This video was inspired by a Jubilee talk between 3 millionaires and 3 minimum wage workers. Now, while I'll forgive Jubilee for not including the hyphen between minimum wage workers, I don't forgive Jubilee for not leaving you with the correct takeaway on what the element is, what the one part of your career and your life is that could be the deciding factor between you being poor and you becoming or being a millionaire. Let's talk about it right now. Much like what we hear on a consistent basis, the Jubilee video begins by talking about self-sacrifice, frugality, and effort, hustle, and then anybody could be rich. But unfortunately, this is much of the same information that we're told over and over again, that anybody could be rich, all you have to do is put your mind to it.
So I just think that anyone could become rich if they actually believed in themselves.
I feel like a lot of it comes down to mindset first and really having the belief that you can do that.
I think your beliefs create the level of action you take.
Unfortunately, none of this will make you rich. See, belief, mindset, hustle, and effort, and self-sacrifice, they're sort of like a match. That is, they light quickly. The motivation comes fast, but they don't last. They're temporary emotions. What is the one thing that all of the millionaires have that none of the minimum wage workers have? Let's do this together. Tim, minimum wage worker. He's a community organizer. Then we have Beatrice. She works at Target. Then we have Tiara. She's a hustler, and she does Instacart to make money. Then we have Christiana. She's one of the millionaires. She sells a service online. Then we have Graham Stephan, a real estate agent and a YouTuber. And then we have Brett, who's essentially a venture capitalist. What is the earnings capacity for each of the individuals? Beatrice, she works at Target. Even if she was able to make $20 an hour and worked an 8-hour shift, what is her earnings capacity for the day? $160? What about Tim, the community organizer? $160, maybe $200 if he gets paid by event, maybe $250? And what about Tiara, the Instacart person, the same person that is trying to learn how to credit card churn in a slightly off-camera discussion at the end of the Jubilee video?
Frugal tips.
Oh yeah, no, I'll tell you all about credit card churn.
Maybe $250 per day? Now for a moment, ask yourself, what is the earnings capacity of the flip side? A real estate agent. You sell a $500,000 house, you might make $15,000 as a commission. And how many houses could you sell in a day in theory? What is the limitation on how many courses Christiana can sell online? And what is the limit on how much money, how much venture capital money Brett could invest on behalf of other people? What is the limit? There's no clear answer. And folks, there is your answer. The difference between the rich and the poor is not hustle, it's not effort, it's not motivation, it's not energy, it's not excitement, and quite frankly, it's not knowledge either. The correct answer is margin. See, if you're a landscaper, you might be able to do 10 lawns in an afternoon and make $50 per lawn, you're making $500. Just like you can drive an Uber car all day long and maybe make $300 if you've got great tips. You can Instacart all day long and maybe make the same as the Uber driver. But the problem is, when you trade your time for a set amount of dollars, you always lose. Whereas the margin of the hardscaper is much higher. You could trade the same hours as the landscaper for a $4,000 contracting fee, or a $15,000 real estate commission in the same time. Or you could sell $4,000 to $5,000 of courses in a day, or you could assign $1 million of investor money and take yourself a 1% fee of $10,000. Billy Joel in his song Uptown Girl reminds us that society is just waiting for their ship to come in.
But maybe someday when my ship comes in.
And unfortunately, most people spend their lives waiting for their ship to come in. They wait for their lottery ticket to hit the jackpot. They wait for their inheritance. They wait for the next viral video. They wait for their ship to come in. The problem is, most people spend their lives in the wrong dock. That is, you're standing in a harbor waiting for dinghies to come in because you think you're going to get rich as a community organizer at Target or doing Instacart or Uber, and if you're frugal, maybe you'll make it. But that's not the answer. The answer is If you move and you go to the correct port, you go to an area of medical sales, real estate sales, car sales, where there's this limitless potential. You study and you go to college to become a doctor because you don't want to do sales, you want to be a doctor, you want to be an attorney, you want to make more money. You go to a different harbor, you go to a different port, you go where the money is. Then wealth will come to you. See, Graham Stephan was countered for saying that he met real estate brokers by going to open houses. And it was suggested that, oh, well, I mean, come on, you were able to make connections, you got lucky. No. Graham Stephan, rather than spending his time going to Target and Walmart to apply for a job or delivering food with Instacart or Uber, which he could have easily done, instead moved his life as somebody who did not go to college into the port of high income, and then tried to start building connections, and then tried to start going to work. And there, folks, is your bottom line answer. In my opinion, it's only because I chose to hustle in a very profitable business and then learn from that and learn so much from that that now I teach that in, yes, my real estate investment course or my real estate agent course. You could use coupon code SPRING2019 to get 18% off on those, by the way. That I have realized the true difference between building wealth and remaining poor isn't saving. It's not frugality. It's making more money and being in the right port. It's the profit margin. Thanks for watching.